Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Happy Hump Day! That's right, it's Hump Day. And we have some interesting things to talk about today. All of the new NFL news, plus breaking news. The Lions have signed former 49er offensive tackle Ben Bartch today. So we're not done in free agency. I don't know what the deal is. I'm quite sure it's not anything major because we only have about $10 million to spend. So it's going to be less than that until I get the contract details. I don't know, but I think we just got our new starting tackle over Borum. But according to PFF, do you know what our worst signing was this season? Because they're going off of a whole season. What limited snaps he had versus the whole season is Cade Mays. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go over these new proposed rules. All right, to the top, the proposed new rules. Emergency replay authority in anticipation of a potential referee labor dispute when the current CBA expires on May 31st, 2026. The league proposes a one-year rule. This will allow the NFL Replay Center in New York to correct clear and obvious on-field officiating mistakes if replacement referees are used. Expanded disqualifications. Replay officials will be granted the power to consult with on-field refs to disqualify players for flagrant acts, both football and non-football related, even if no penalty was initially called on the field. This follows the incident in 2025 where a player was not ejected after an altercation with the fan. Good to see everybody. We got Dwayne Keene. We got Ricky Sicott. We got MDE. We got Moonscar Blade. Here's your song. Sorry, Michael, 3750. Yeah, I fixed it by changing my password. I had to reconnect everything through StreamYard, but we're back. We're good. I added an old friend. And next thing you know, I get all these spam messages sent out. But yes, we signed another offensive tackle, Ben Bartch. But that's the first rule change. And the second, anytime onside kicks, building recent adjustment, teams will be permitted to declare an onside kick at any point in the game, regardless of the score. Currently is restricted to only trailing teams. Kickoff alignment tweaks. The committee aims to modify receiving teams' requirements in the setup zone, reducing the minimum number of players on the restraining line from 6 to 5, that's the front line. That way you can have 6 players back to enhance return competitiveness. Touchback adjustment from midfield. To remove the incentive for teams who intentionally kick out of bounds when kicking off from the 50-yard line following a penalty. Touchbacks from what spot would be moved to the 20-yard line instead of the 35. oh, that's great. Bylaw and resolution proposals, draft pick trading. A proposal by the Cleveland Browns would allow teams to trade picks up to 5 years into the future. So not just 4 years, 5 years into the future. Increasing the current 3-year limit. Direct free agent contract. The Pittsburgh Steelers proposed making a permanent rule trial to having one video or phone call with up to 5 restricted agents during the 2-day legal tampering period. Pup list and practice window. Players on the reserve and physically unable to perform list prior to the season would be allowed to begin their 21-day practice after the team's second regular season game versus Labor Day, which is 4 weeks later. I know that the declaring of the onside kick, I think, is stupid. Labor Day business days. The league may designate Saturday and Sunday as the Labor Day weekend as official business days, streamline the 24-hour waiver period during roster cuts. In other words, that last preseason game week, no Monday night football. Everything will be done on Saturday and Sunday. That way they can start on Monday instead of Tuesday, expediting the process of who gets cut, waived, and signed to other teams. I like almost all of them, except the fact that you still have to declare the onside kick. So we will be talking about this later as well. But I'm glad I took care of the problem. It's solved. I'm trying to eat my breakfast. I'm no longer hacked. For Cleveland's own protection and their own stupidity with QBs, the request to change the length of the pick should be true. Well, we were talking about this on Ken and Ken, and I'm going to bring it up tonight because I have some hypotheticals that actually make sense. Because now you're not going to be trading away. It's mostly only been first and second year. Megan, good to see you. I fixed the hack. Messaging's okay. Had to change my password. It sucks. I don't understand why this stuff has to happen, but I'm glad to see everybody here. We are going live into Facebook on my Motor City Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions page. We are going live in Huddle Sports Network, my channel on YouTube, Ken's channel on Rumble, and then X. And of course, Amazon and Roku Fire Stick, as always. Because the StreamYard's fixed. Hallelujah. So we signed Bren Barch today. So that means we've now added 16 players to the roster between the trade, which gave us one, plus the other 15 we signed. Still doesn't mean we're not drafting one, but it might change it to where we draft one later for development again. And I don't like that as much as taking one of the better players at the top of the draft and letting them sit a year behind one of these guys. So let's go to Spotrac. And we'll see what we got. Because that's not going to be on there yet. Oh, pardon me. And they just added Ben Barch. Everybody else is added in. And we have 24.5 still. That means Teddy Bridgewater got a cheap deal. Trying to see what Teddy's is. Not even on there. That's weird that Teddy Bridgewater is not listed on Spotrac here. But our total dead money this season is 26.8 5 million basically. So think about that. If we didn't have the dead cap, that's how much money we would have. How long does free agency last? It lasts all the way until the first game of the preseason. They can add players. You can have up to 90 players on your roster right now. I think you can have more than that prior to the camps, and you have to cut down after the mini camp. So it is what it is. Because until the actual team camps, it's free agency period the whole time. That's what people don't understand. That's why there's signings before and after the draft and the whole 9 yards. Everybody waits to see what everybody else to do and see what they can get for cheaper later because of people not being signed right away. I'm just glad I fixed that. Yep, we just signed offensive tackle Bren Bark. So we did get another tackle. I just went over the rule changes. I'll be doing it again tonight at 9:30 when we have the NFL roundtable talk. I do have to go to work soon today. So I gave the update on the salary cap, which has not changed. Let's set this up right. I want it to go fast this time. I don't have a lot of time. Because I have to work today. Let's get it. Normally I'd ask him, but I don't have time. And now that it's going faster, there he is. Wow, Monroe Feeling is there? Yeah, I'm not trading. Is possibly the best BFSN grade of 88.5. God, they changed the way that goes. That's weird. It used to just give a small report. Now it gives this. I like it. Pick range 3 to 85, mobility, power, physicality. This is a very detailed draft. I like it. It got better. Let's see what it says about Ruben Bain. Pick one. I think I'm still going Ruben Bain. I think he does more for our defense. Caleb Lomu. Jack Endries is a good prospect here. He only had 35 receptions for 2 touchdowns. So maybe he's not, but he did don't have Jack Arch Manning playing like crap for half a season. You're okay. You're absolutely okay, brother. Let's see what's in the linebacker room. Kyle Lewis, Scooby. Ooh, Lewis. Let's take a look at him. Boy, it's taking forever to load. Average pick range 30 to 218. So he has a very wide one. Let's see what Scooby Williams had. Wow, he doesn't even have one. Weird. And Aiden Fisher. Pick range from 79 to 169. Average is 140. 91 on the PFSN rank. The 78.7 championship level defense. He's an obvious Mike linebacker, which is a middle linebacker, but we don't use 2 middle linebackers anymore. I think I'm going to go Kyle Lewis here. Oh, we're up again. Now, here's where I go CB, Julian Neal. Let's see the size. Where's the measurable? Okay, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. 6'2", 200 pounds out of Arkansas. Then there's Will Lee out of Texas A&M. 6'1" and 189. Then the midget there that was so fast, Toriano Pride. And I say midget, I mean it. 5'11", 188 for a corner that's on the smaller side. It's still bigger than Amik was. Let's see safeties. Ooh. 5'11", 200. Yeah, he was the guy next to the other one that was good. I think we can wait on that. I think we got to go Julian Neal. Safety, I'm taking the Robert Spears Jennings, and I'll show you why. 6'1", 219. His pick range, they say just say 181. Average user rank is 204. Times drafted 0. Wow. There's his testing. He had a 978 with a 4.32 dash. At his size of 6'1" and 219, that's fast as heck. There we go. At 205, I'm taking another linebacker. We all know who I'm going to. He was there. Bijan Prysock just went off the board. I think I'm going to take another edge for depth. It'll be Tariq Sapp. Here's where I'll go my tight end. Tanner Koziol. And then Jack Strand. Where are you? There you go. Go here. Remove. Stop staring. Back to my normal view. He ran a 4.32. What do you mean he's slow? I just looked him up. Will Lee ran a 4.32. I can't help this. Oh, switch to the other. There's two screens available. There's the large one and then the phone one. You're on the phone one. No, there's two links on YouTube. Not much. And we got Yinzer in the house. Let's get it going. What's up, Jagoff? So we landed offensive tackle Ben Barch today. A 4.32 is too slow, Joseph Austin. I don't get it. But Ruben Bain, Caleb Lomu, Kyle Lewis, Julian Neal, Robert Spears Jennings, Kendall Daniels, Tariq Sapp, Tanner Koziol, and Jack Strand. I didn't take Will Lee. I ended up going with Julian Neal, who was faster. So rate it for me. Rate that for me. What do you think? Ruben Bain at 17, Caleb Lomu at 50, Kyle Lewis, Julian Neal, Robert Spears Jennings, Kendall Daniels. He's the guy that can play linebacker or safety at 6'5" and 242. Tariq Sapp at 6'3", 275, or 6'4", 275 defensive lineman. Tanner Koziol and Jack Strand. Two linebackers, a safety. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's warm here today, too. But there is your mock draft, everybody. Like I said, I do one every day at noon. Occasionally, I'll do one on the night shows, usually the Friday one. But this has been another episode of Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. I was glad to go over the NFL rules. We're going to be talking about those. Thank you. What made Bain draft? No, his first one was a 4.5. The second one was faster. I don't know what happened with the first one. Maybe he was winded. I think it's because other people actually tested and did pro days and did better, and he didn't run as good at the Miami Pro Day. But have a great day, everybody. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. There is your draft once again. Have a great day, everybody.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.